The blocks just aren't coming for him nearly as much as they were a few years ago. I think he's lost a little something in terms of that intimidation factor and that ability to change a game with his interior defense, and that's too bad.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. They've got King. Jaren Jackson is out there with Santi Aldama. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Bane in at the 2 spot. All right, we're in the middle of the season here, Greg. How do you stay engaged at this time of the year?
Honestly, Kevin, it can be hard. The schedule is so daunting, and there's really no time to reset. So spending your off days recharging, I think, is important. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
On offense here, the Bucks. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. Desmond Bane was the topic, and Coach was effusive with his praise. He said Bane is a great catch-and-shoot guy, but he'll find ways to contribute no matter what. He also said Bane is hard to game plan for, but they'll do their best not to let him get in rhythm. And they will have their hands full tonight, guys.
Thank you, David. Here is Lillard after the three-pointer from King. There's the triple. And it's Lillard missing. Memphis has gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Hands it from downtown.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And the Grizzlies, they come in off a loss to the Rockets. Clark, we know the Bucks are a veteran team that has now leveraged their assets to try to win now.
And the question is, Kevin, do they have enough? There's a point at which veteran becomes a nicer way or a euphemism for old, especially in today's NBA. That can be a problem for you.
Memphis has gone 3 of 3 from deep, 9 points sprung up from outside here in the first.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And Coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Middleton outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Out to the right wing. From the arc. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Well, you know what? All good things must come to an end, and they finally miss after making their first 4.
King with the block. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Lillard, the pass to Giannis. Inside, Middleton, and he jams it with authority.
Watch out below. When Middleton rises up like that, remarkable at punching it down on him.
And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
I'll tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here's Lillard. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Bane, leading by 12.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
Yep, it counts.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Here's Lillard after the made shot from King. That shot misses. Nice D from Rose.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Bucks trail by 15. Floats it up for Giannis. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
There's a screen by Aldama. Here's King. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now, here's Trent. He has yet to score. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Just 5 to shoot. For 3, Middleton, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Middleton really is an amazing shooter. Absolutely amazing, especially from long distance.
King, that's good.
Yeah, they've built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Grizzlies lead by 15. And we'll get the second. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And looking at what we've seen, Grizzlies pretty much in control here.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. A front line of Jackson and Jackson Jr. Derrick Rose is out there with Desmond Bane. And it's King at the 3 spot. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against Houston lit up the floor. He ended up with 62 points and, as always, was a force on defense, doing whatever he wanted at that end. He ended up with a stat line he's no doubt proud of, and I'm sure he wants to replicate it again. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this, feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Pass to Bane. Memphis moving it around. And he banks in the layup. That's 28 points for Jay.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Middleton can't get it to go. And the Grizzlies leading by 18. Here's King. Buries it from 3-point range. King's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Memphis.
And those aren't the type of 3-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Jackson against Middleton. Pass to Trent. Great D that time from Bane. And so it's Bane with it. He'll bring it up for Memphis. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game.
Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. A different look for Milwaukee. Giannis comes in for Prince. And it's Damian Lillard in for DeLon Wright. And Memphis also making a switch. Rose, he's checked in for Smart. And Greg, you talk about toughness, the compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
Some big news coming in from around the NBA. We welcome in our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's on the phone with the latest story. Shams?
Thank you, Kevin. With time winding down before the trade deadline, it's OKC making the news. They were in the market for a proven scorer, and I'm told they found one. Jordan Clarkson has always been terrific moving downhill, making tough shots in traffic. To loosen up the driving lanes, he's become a legitimate threat from deep. Everyone around the league can't wait to see how they integrate him into their system.
Hey, Shams, we appreciate the report. Always some interesting news to find out about the NBA. A shot by Middleton, wide open. They get it again, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Boy, extra effort by Giannis, the multi-time MVP. He's just built a little differently.
Middleton outside. Offline with his three.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Portis kicks to Lillard. Back to Portis. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Jackson's got his 5th rebound in this one. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Down low. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Decision-making of Giannis Antetokounmpo, I mean, he seems to improve on his passing every season, which is impressive.
Here's King, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Boy, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half, quality shots, not wasting possession.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lillard with no one around. Good on the three-point shot. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
Incredible range. Lillard makes these deep shots look like they're effortless.
Middleton the pass to Portis. And Portis throws it down.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's King. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Memphis out in front, running away with this one. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. An uphill battle so far for the Milwaukee Bucks.
I'll say this. Yeah, you want to protect the paint. But when you're getting killed from long range, you have to make the adjustment defensively.
And let's move to some recent news. Multiple and that is our...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Out on the wings for him, we'll see Trent Jr. and Middleton. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. And it's Lillard in at the 1. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
And you love how Jackson Jr. has responded to setbacks and injury in his career. He doesn't get discouraged, just makes him work harder.
And Middleton kicks to Trent. Lillard from outside. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
I tell you what, he's showing some real courage going to the reverse in that situation.
You know, I don't think he knows you're not supposed to do that in traffic.
Well, I tell you what, don't tell him. I mean, I want to see it again. Yep, he's their leading scorer in this game and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
Bucks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Trent outside. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Middleton's got 14 points.
Well, there's a good reason this guy shoots as many threes as he does. Chris Middleton is a knockdown three-point shooter.
Clark, what in the world is left for Giannis to accomplish at this point?
You know, Kevin, I don't know, quite honestly. I mean, perhaps more championships or MVPs. He's really done it all. Maybe a scoring title, but whatever he does from this point on, it's only going to add to what's been a Hall of Fame career.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. From downtown, and Bane pulls it down. Bane's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Goes up from the top of the key, and that one drops. He has 5.
Boy, that's 5 buckets in a row now. Watch out. Looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Lillard, the pass to Middleton. Another miss by Middleton.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. And the voting for the dunk contest is just about over, so let's bring up the leading contenders for you. Boy, with the players on this list, you know this year's contest is going to be a fun one.
It is, and with their places in the contest almost wrapped up, I'm sure these guys are working on their moves already.
Well, you look at Jay. He'll have a spot in the contest if he can hang out of the number 4 spot in the voting. And with his skills, you know he'll have a shot to win it if he can make it in.
He's going to have a great shot. And Kevin, he's going to give it everything he's got if he can make it into the contest. I bet his dunks have some serious thought being put into them.
And the list of participants is going to be final soon, so we'll be sure to keep you posted. This year's dunk contest should be a very special one.
And every year it seems we see something in the dunk contest that we've never seen before, and I don't think this year will be any different.
DeLon Wright, he's checked in for Trent. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Giannis outside, looking to end the run. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, with the Grizzlies' injuries last season, there was a lot put on Jaren Jackson Jr.'s plate. Coach Taylor Jenkins says he loves the challenge and the growth opportunity. Jackson said, "You always work on everything. You work on your game because you love it. And if you get a chance to use it, great." Kevin, back to you.
And he's always working on his game. All right, David, we thank you for that report. Here's Middleton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice bit of trickery there from Chris Middleton. He knows exactly how to effectively use that shot fake.
The Bucks shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Pass to King. Three-pointer. Rebound, Milwaukee. Wright looking around. And here's Middleton. And here is Lopez, guarded by Bane. And here's Antetokounmpo outside. Really left alone that time. Lillard's got his third basket of the night.
Sticking it from the corner. You got to know where Lillard is at all times.
Lillard against Rose. There's the pick. Puts up a deep three. And they'll get another chance. On the wing, Bane. King against Middleton. Second chance shot. And there's a sweet move to the rack on the lay-in from King.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Lopez, a screen on Rose. And it's Lillard missing.
You know, his scoring efficiency has been low, and it's not helping them on the scoreboard.
Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Lopez sets a screen for Lillard. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. King is out there with Santi Aldama. Then there's Desmond Bane. Then it's Jaren Jackson. And it's Rose in at the point.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Here's Giannis. Milwaukee keeping it alive. A new 14.
The size and length of Bobby Portis making him a problem in the paint.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Memphis.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Jackson, he's checked in for Santi Aldama.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
It's Trent on the wing, guarded by Bane. Trent with the wide open look, and the Bucks miss again.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Bucks. Stolen by Jackson. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Here's King. Out the basket. King's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Middleton. No good that time. Some solid defense there from Jackson. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Here's King. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Middleton outside. Looking to end his cold spell. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
It's not all about him out there. Giannis, a real example of a team-first guy.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. King, that's good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Pass to Middleton. There's the 3. Drops in the tray. Middleton's got 11 in the second half.
Great to see Middleton producing like this. You can tell he loves to be a factor in his team's success.
And King, here we go.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Portis. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Outside Rose. King outside. From past the arc. Good! Another from 3.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for 3-point shots made.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Grizzlies.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
Hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And that's going to do it for the season series between these two teams. It's clear who had the better game plan and better execution, and that's why they'll finish up 2-0 against the Bucks.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Jay.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely...
Again, what an avalanche!
And that score moving him clear into third all-time for scoring in a game.
Well, G.A., you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished either. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb.
Connects again from distance.
And with that made three, he now stands alone for third most threes in a single game.
He's been locked in, and it's been lights out for him all game long, D.A. What a shooting performance.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what?
And got it! Another basket.
And he's now outmatched his own single-game record for points with a staggering offensive onslaught. I think the defense is just as stunned as we are.
Words fail to describe the magnitude. He is putting in the work with a little overtime, and this game is sure to leave a mark. Now a timeout called by Memphis. There's 10 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Dennis, what's your take?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Yeah, you know, I'm not sure they needed this timeout, quite honestly. Perhaps a water break?
Here's King. And the three off target. Lillard with it. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin.